Well, here I am on the fairway. Ball's below the level of my feet, probably about 4 inches in this instance. It can be any distance, obviously, you know, right down to you haven't really bent forward like so. A couple of allowances have to be made. Now, when you play this shot, as I'm having to bend forward, what I'm going to have to do now, it makes it more awkward to turn. Again, if you think about it, if the ball's really below the level of my feet, I'm right down here, it is really awkward to turn. So to allow for the lack of turn, take an extra club, maybe even 2 clubs. I've got a 5 here instead of a 6. Now, again, because of the lack of turn, you'll feel like maybe a 3/4 swing. And I would really suggest you feel that it's very hands dominated, this shot. It's so easy in bending forward to then come up slightly on the shot and catch it, you know, catch it thin. And remember, when we got to, I suppose, this muscle memory concept, we're so used to standing at a sit distance off flat lies, especially if you do a lot of practice, maybe on a golf range or on a practice ground that's level. Standard 5-iron shot, I'd be standing like that. In this instance, I'm having to bend over more. So the brain is almost trying to get back to what it knows best, which is your normal stance. So you've got to be a wee bit careful. In this shot, I'm going to stay bent over and try and finish little 3/4 follow through, staying in the bent over position. What is also going to happen, as the ball gets further and further below your level of your feet, your club becomes a bit more upright as you bend over. In effect, the club face is actually aiming a bit out to the right, so you'll tend to put fade spin on it or slice spin. In other words, it's going to spin to the right. So again, you have to aim a little bit left to allow for that. A bit of trial and error, you know, and you'll sort that out for yourself. But anyway, onto the shot, making full use of the full length of the club, aiming a little bit left to allow for the spin, and that's a nice little 3/4 swing at the shot. Trying to maintain that spine angle, and sure enough, that one slid off to the right there. So one more. Aiming a little bit to the left. And trying to maintain that little bit of spine angle there. Okay, and a little curtailed 3/4 swing.